So today is game day. Detroit Lions. I believe we're playing the Cleveland Browns today. Who do you got to win this game? Who do you think is going to win? I'm a fan of the Lions, of course, and I know that they've really been coming up here in the past few years. I remember being alive not alive, but I remember experiencing the 2008 season when our team went 0-16. You know, for a city to go through watching their football team go 0-16, I mean, we put in the work. We've cried the tears. So to now actually be on the other side of it and have a football team that's winning, it's just something to be proud of. Every city wants to feel proud of their football team. So happy about that. But what I wanted to hop on here and talk about real quick, this is a message to my son. And Levi, what I want you to know is there's a couple of things I want you to focus on that's really, really going to be beneficial for you prior to you turning 20. At the time of this recording, you're currently like 12. So you've got time to avoid some of the things that cause men to, or young men coming up to, start to lose momentum. I lost momentum seriously. And I had a lot of things going right, was on the right trajectory and things like that. But a few critical errors I want you to avoid so you don't have to course correct later. Number one, focus on building your tribe. Focus on being a good friend to your friends, being reliable and someone that's dependable. You can build this resume early and start to build this track record as a young man. Second thing I want you to do is I want you to focus on exploring career options and looking and asking questions, because you're too young to work like in a career right now. But start asking questions about and researching topics on careers that lead to the most economically viable life. That's a phrase and word I want you to look up. Why that's important is that because as men, we're looked at in society to be resources. And we are dependent upon, and we're the bedrock of our families, of society. And you want to spend this time as a young man really getting strong mentally, reading more, put the phone down, do more reading, research topics, everything you're curious about. Let your mind take you on a journey of exploration through study, through reading and research, and begin to learn and consume as much knowledge as you can. Stay away from unproductive people that waste time, people that can't stay focused on productive goals, things like that. Hone in on your social skills. Become good at and a master at talking to people. This is important because we all need people in this society, and being a person that can communicate well, I've learned, is very important. Next thing I want you to learn, when you meet the woman or a young woman that you are attracted to and you think you like her, understand that it is important that you realize that a man provides. So before you take things serious, you have to look at whether or not you can financially be an addition. You know, dating is expensive. You have to have money and resources for that. But when you do start to date, spend more time talking really than spending. Look to really get to understand each other. We live in a consumeristic economy, a consumeristic world. So It's very, very easy to get caught up in the trap of just spending. But realize that when you come together with this woman, y'all gonna be spending for the rest of your life. But begin to think about having a viable financial plan, which is gonna be the bedrock of families. That's the bedrock of what's gonna be required to actually produce families and to support children. So become serious about earning money, making money, saving money, keeping money, developing your mind so that you can be a resource, not a liability. When you get married, one thing I'll tell you, never, ever, ever move in with a woman. Always have your own stuff. People respect people that have their own things. My father used to always say, better to have it and not need it than to need it and not have it. And there was another phrase he had about having your own. So it's just important to have. I'm gonna think about that more and come back to you with that. But very, very important to have your own place. If you're gonna get into a relationship with a woman, she needs to be coming into your space. Very, very important. You know how you take those video games serious and, being in the virtual world? Here are some skill sets that you can look into that blend with this economy and what we're moving into. It's going to make sense for your future. Has a huge uptick. Figuring out how you can support the growth of AI. AI is making things a lot easier for people to get business done. And it's becoming something that is fastly and quickly overtaking a lot of industries. And there's just no stopping it because the implementation of AI is helping businesses operate more efficiently. They're saving tons of money. And they're able to be way more productive. So figure out look into AI engineering, look into support things that can support companies that need to service AI. You really want to get into leveraging AI. It's going to be something that will be huge for your future. Be the most focused on being productive. Working on things. Stay committed to your mission. Stay committed to your mission, your passion. Don't let sex take you down the wrong path. That's something that has stifled lots of men. And it's not talked about a lot, but we can chat more on that off camera and one-on-one. Watch your circles. Strive to build relationships with people that are going somewhere. Be amongst a crowd of people that is moving forward, making positive change.